Hi everyone, and welcome to another tour of our allotment. It's almost the end of May and I wanted to let you know how everything is going on. So let's start in the greenhouse, shall we? As you can see, everything has grown quite a bit. So here are the courgettes, or actually these are the giant pumpkins, and they are doing very well. And we also have some other, what are these, butternut squashes, and they took quite a while to germinate, but now they're putting on quite nice growth. This is the yellow sweet corn, the traditional sweet corn, and it's getting big now, so very quickly I'll be able to plant it out. Over here I have some leftover dahlias. I have some cosmos that were very kindly gifted to me by our neighbor Martin. And then I have here some red tomatillos and green tomatillos, and then all of the tomatoes, aubergines, Cape gooseberries, and these are brassicas that will come out later, and some leftovers from the summer ones, some more squashes. These are the winter squashes. And here I have my soya beans, or soya plants actually, and they have all sprouted except for these and these ones here, which were the a pink variety that somehow didn't make it. Here I have some more of my tomatoes. These are the outdoor girls, and they're interesting because they have potato foliage instead of tomato foliage. Can you see the difference? This is a not traditional tomato foliage, and this is more rounded, more like potatoes, potato leaves. Okay, so let's get onto the actual beds. So as you know, these are the flower beds. Of course I need to cut the grass, it's all going crazy, but the flowers are doing amazing. These are the oxeye daisies. I have several of these plants dotted around the allotment, and they're doing beautiful at the moment. The garlic, or the alliums, some of them have gone over already, but they're still putting on quite nice of a display. And actually the purple sensation have gone over, but these ones are coming on just now, and I find they are beautiful amongst the herbs. They're beautiful, and they match the thyme flowers quite nicely. Over here I have the turnips, which are not doing really well. Actually, I planted another row just in case, but the fennel is doing great. So these are the plants that I sowed indoors. They're doing really well, but the rows that I sowed outdoors, that I sowed direct rather, they're also coming on, and they're sprouting really well. So over here, you know, we have our garden bed with the pond. So the garden is now filling up. The sweet williams are starting to flower. They're beautiful. We have pink and white varieties. We also bought some foxgloves, which I planted around, and we also have the carrots here, and I think they're doing great. Right next to them we have our Jerusalem artichokes, and they are growing now very nicely. I planted some more over there in our neighbor's allotment because she doesn't use it, so I just put that there. And well, the euphorbias are doing amazing as well. They were just talked about in Gardener's World. These are the Euphorbia martinii, and these are the water lilies. Sorry, they are lilies somehow, and they are now coming into flower. This will be the first year that they flower for me. They're great. That's the water lily right there. It hasn't flowered yet. It didn't flower last year. Oh, actually we have a little frog visiting us right now. It's right there. Can you see it? I don't know if I can zoom in. Yeah, there we go. That's one of our visitors. There were 7 frogs in the pond yesterday night, and I just saw another 2. They are right there next to the pots. Can you see? One of them is there, the other one is right there. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. Can you see our little visitors? There we go. I'm so happy that they decided to come and live in our pond. I think they're having a great time. Right, so this is our garden. Let's get on with the vegetables, shall we? So these are our lettuces. I just picked a few to take with me to work because I promised them to bring them some salad when I could. These are our borlotti beans, and as you can see, the oca that we have planted in this bed too is coming along now. So it's this plant right there. It's of the clover family, so you can see that it has 3 leaves in each stem. And right next to them I planted some of my outdoor tomatoes. These are money makers. So let's see how they do. Right next to them our lupins are doing amazing. And let me move you over to this next bed, which is the greens bed. And as you know, we have spinach growing. These are Swiss chard, and this is all our beetroots. And look at our broad beans, they're fantastic. I discovered a few of them with a little bit of black fly, but I took off the tops and it seemed to contain the infestation. I haven't seen any more, and this was like a couple of weeks ago already, so they seem to have survived. These are more alliums. This is a different variety and I love them. The foliage is just amazing, this blue foliage. And our pear that I had to cut because it seemed to have some kind of fungi growing in the leaves, it's coming back. So let's hope that this time it will not get infected by that fungus. The other pear I think is doing great. Look at the little pears growing already here. Will it focus? There we go. So they are growing, they're happy. And this is our brassica bed. I don't know if you will be able to see them. I think that you can see them through this fabric. They're growing, they're growing. And right next to them, well, I have some more tomatoes here. These are the tumbler variety, and these are beans similar to borlotti, but they are Spanish varieties. Pintas y blancas, judías pintas, judías blancas. Right next to them we have courgettes. There are green courgettes, yellow courgettes, also spherical courgettes, which are called tondo. And what else do I have? I think I have some other gourds of some kind. I don't remember anymore. They all have the labels, so I will remember when I pick them. These are our strawberries, and they're growing quite nicely. Actually, I think it was a good idea to have this vertical planter because those strawberries are getting a lot more sunlight, and look at them. They're getting big now. Hopefully we'll be able to have some strawberries. On top of them, I already picked a lot of the radish, and there are some carrots growing here. These are the purple carrots. Can you see the purple stems? They're quite nice, I think. Quite nice. Then here are the raspberries. They are full of bees, bumblebees. They're all getting pollinated nicely. It's actually quite impressive getting close to them because the noise is quite strong. So I think we're gonna have a bumper crop. Some of them are already getting fat. I don't know if you will be able to see it. Can you see it here? They're beautiful. But look at the bees. They're going wild. Right. Let's forget about the bees for a second. And look at my onions. Something is wrong with them. They are getting all folded and I don't know what's going on. I think it's some kind of fungi as well. It tends to happen, I have to say, not to all of them, but to some of them. We end up getting onions in the end every year, so I don't know, we'll see. The rhubarb is doing nicely. I have to keep watering it. I stopped watering it and then it stopped putting on new growth, so I have to keep watering it because it's been so hot. It feels like we're in Spain instead of the UK, really. These are more onions. They're doing a tiny bit better, but if you look at this row right at the end, they're all folded just like the other ones. So we'll see how they do. This is the bed where I have all these weird things, the quinoa, the amaranth. I also have some flowers, dahlias of course, sunflowers, Also something called Celosia cristata and Celosia plumosa. Cook's comb, I think, is the common name. I hope they will be beautiful and that we win the contest, the allotment flower contest with them. Let's forget about the potatoes for a second. Let me show you our parsnips and popcorn and blue sweet corn. I hope that the parsnips are not going to shade the sweet corn too much before it gets the chance to grow. And can you see how beautiful this blue sweet corn is? Can you see how blue the leaves are? I love it. I'm loving it. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the peas, but they're growing over in the next bed. Can you see them? Yes, another thing before we go into the potatoes, I planted the chickpeas on this side of the path. They are there. Let me show you them a bit closer. So here are the chickpeas. Look, this is just an experiment. If they grow, fine. If they don't grow, I'm happy anyways. I just don't want to see this allotment all terrible like it was. So, as you remember, I covered it. Oh, I didn't tell you about this. I think I covered it with carpet because this lady never comes. It's been 7 years, but they never take it away from her. I don't know what's going on there. So I planted this because I want chickpeas instead of weeds, really. So that's what I decided to do. And here are the potatoes. I just watered them, but can you see how quickly the ground is drying again? I weeded them out yesterday. It was all a green mat. You couldn't distinguish the potatoes from the weeds, really. So now I think they will grow better. It's not like they were growing terrible. No, they were growing well. But I think that now if I water them, the potatoes will get the water instead of the weeds. And these are the ones that we have in the boxes. They are the purple ones and some white ones, and they're doing well. Look at our carrots. The carrots are loving it. They're loving the heat, I think. Oh, look at our little friend right here. That's a beautiful thing. Nice one. I'm loving the wildlife. Here are our garlic. The garlic's still growing, but unfortunately it started to produce flower heads. So I have taken them off, and I will take them together with the salad leaves, and I will use them in the salad. They taste nice, actually. I hope my colleagues will like them too. And that's more or less it. Well, let me just show you the last thing, which is that our gooseberry bush actually has some gooseberries. Not a lot, because of course it's the first year we have it, but can you see that? Can you see the little gooseberries? I love them. I think we have like 10, but we'll be okay. And this is the leek from last year that I was growing to get some seed, and it's actually putting on a seed head. I don't know why it is so so bent like this, but it's okay. And this is the path, but let me just turn around to show you a general view of the allotment. There you have it in all of its glory. It's a glorious sunny day. I'm loving this little bit of summer we're having at the end of May. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon in our next video.